As a past Citizen of the Year award winner, I would like to offer some advice to this year's award winner so that he or she can maximize the fame and fortune from this prestigious award. Don't be fooled, though. It's not in the award itself that will bring you fame and fortune. It's all in the acceptance speech. Now, I'm very pleased to announce this year's Citizen of the Award winner, who I hope will take my advice because I'm going to be watching. This year's award winner is Colby Horn.
Hi, Colby. We lied. Congratulations on receiving the Belfast Chamber of Commerce Citizen of the Year Award. Both Dad and I and the family are so proud of you. Enjoy your evening. I'm sorry I can't be there, but the sisters and I will have a beer on the beach for you. Congratulations, honey.
I think we were 4 years old when we were on the first basketball team together, community basketball team. And from then, we've played sports with each other all the way through middle school, up into high school. He's always the guy you hope is on your team, not just because he's nice, but because he excelled at all of them. So if you want to win, you hoped Colby ended up on your team too.
Colby started working at Colburn Shoe Store, the family business, when he was in high school. He worked there through high school and into college until he graduated from Husson. After graduation, he took off to see the world, but he came back, which we're very thankful for. He went to high school in Belfast and was fortunate to be part of many very good sports teams. And I think that helped round him out a little bit. The basketball, football, and track and field, which he participated in, were state champions in one way or another. And when Colby went to Husson, he was actually elected captain of the football team as well.
From stuff like that to worst time in my life or lowest times in my life, he was the first person to come up to the house and check on me, make sure I was doing all right. He just always cares. He's always the first one to care.
Colby really cares for people. He is a very kind person. He took over Colburn Shoe Store at the right time to steer us through the technical world, including starting our Facebook and Instagram accounts, which thousands of people now check daily. And his generosity it's infectious. Many people help him and understand where his heart is, which is in Belfast.
So being the principal of 2 schools here in the Belfast community, I saw a need for my students to have the ability to have good footwear. And Colby, when I reached out to him, it was an all-in type of approach. He's been able to supply shoes to my kids, from sneakers to winter boots. Even there were days where I couldn't get away and I had to stay at one of my schools, and Colby, I would text him and he would bring the shoes out to my school. And because it was immediate need, the student came in and their sneakers were duct taped and it was physical education day and they really did need them immediately. And he would drop what he was doing and he would come to the school and make sure that that kid had what they needed.
And he does a lot behind the scenes too. He goes to nursing homes to make sure people get the proper footwear. And he's even worked closely with Sue Dupla, last year's Citizen of the Year, for helping young people get the proper footwear to start new careers and jobs. I think Colby has helped make this special part of Maine a better place.
So I had an idea that I brought to Colby, knowing our communities and the fact that there is a need for adequate footwear for all of students within RSU 71. And so what we went ahead and did is we collaborated one time, and I was talking to him about this nonprofit idea that I had, and he said, let's do it. And I was like, well, don't you want to know some of the details before you say yes? And Colby said, no, if it's for the kids, I'm in. Let's do it.
I need to recognize Colby for all he's done for the Belfast Rotary Club 100 Fund. That is a program designed to provide warm clothing and toys to at least 100 needy children at Christmas time. Over half of the children we serve need boots. In the pre-pandemic era, we would buy all of our boots at Colby Shoe. Colby always made sure that there was sufficient volume and the price was always right, and he gave us a heck of a discount. In the pandemic area, we had to resort to granting gift cards to the local families so they could do their own shopping. And to ensure that as many children got boots as needed them, we provided boot vouchers through Colby Shoe. Colby again cooperated by always having adequate inventory, and if the voucher was not sufficient to pay for the boots that were selected, he always made sure they walked out with boots.
The United Way recently got in touch with him a few years ago to start a sock drive, which he did, and they brought in this small box to put all of the socks in, and Colby looked at that and said, I'm going to fill the whole window with socks, and that's what's happened. Last year, more than 8,000 pair of socks were donated to young and old all through the area due to people being generous like Colby.
Well, I've had the pleasure to see Colby come on to the Belfast Water District Board of Trustees a few years ago now, while I was still there up until I retired. And he came in to the board during challenging times with the board. The water district at that time, when he came on, was in negotiations with Nordic Aqua Farms, amongst other big projects going on. So it was a very, very busy time when Colby came on. We had numerous meetings each month, which was very abnormal his first couple of years. And he handled it with the professionalism that he does with his own business. You know, he cares about Belfast. He cared about the ratepayers from the first day he sat down at the table with the other trustees, and he treated them as he does his own customers in his store, as his own. Stand-up guy, very deserving of this award. Couldn't think of a better person to receive it.
Not only Colby a good citizen of Belfast, he's the go-to guy for the family. Anytime anything is going on, Colby's there. We'll want to have an event or do any kind of fun thing, and everybody is, call Colby, let's call Colby, see what Colby thinks. And he's always opened his home to the family and all of our wild and crazy events. And he's usually the life of the party. But there's another side to Colby, that when life isn't a party, Colby's there for everybody. He's spent countless hours talking with friends when things are not so fun and the world gets dark to them. And he's there for everybody who needs a hand or a shoulder to cry on.
You know, we had a car breakdown, had to wait almost a month for it to be fixed. He's the first person to say, hey, I've got an extra car, your wife can use that for a whole month. He's just always there for you, part of the community, to being a very close friend. He's always the guy that shows up for you.
We're nearing the end of the Colby Horn tribute, and I think it's going to be very important for Colby for you to be grounded. You're probably thinking pretty well of yourself, but you have to keep in mind you haven't won the Nobel Peace Prize. You haven't got a Congressional Medal of Honor. You've won an award that has been issued to both Paul Duty and myself. So you're in now our esteemed company. That should bring you back to earth. Congratulations.